Hi there, I'm John Spinks, Senior Principal Technical Marketing Manager for Red Hat Lightspeed. We recently released a Model Context Protocol, or MCP server, integration that lets you use AI to query Red Hat Lightspeed. The MCP server lets you ask for what you need in clear language using text, so you can just ask something like, should I patch or rebuild my PostgreSQL servers? Through the integration, your prompt will communicate with Red Hat Lightspeed APIs, query your inventory of registered systems, and return results back to you quickly and easily. You can see on screen the results from that query. We've identified for you what you should do. In this case, patch instead of rebuild. Identify critical or important CVEs and advisories. Identify any PostgreSQL-specific advisor recommendations. Explain why patching is better and when you should consider rebuilding, and identifying next steps. For the rest of this video, let's talk about how to get this working in your environment. To begin, there are a few things that you're going to need. You need to create or identify a service account on the Hybrid Cloud Console that you will use to query the APIs. With that service account created or identified, you need to make sure that the service account belongs to a group that has the necessary permissions for the services that you want to query. For example, Inventory Viewer, Vulnerability Viewer, and Remediations User. Or it could be something simple, like the rel viewer role. Now that access and permissions are handled, the MCP server itself needs container tools and a client. For container tools, I'm using Podman, but you could also use Docker. I've got Podman installed on my local machine, and you'll need a client. For a client, you have a lot of options. Common options are vscode, Cursor, Claude Code and Desktop, Gemini CLI, or even Standard I/O. Install your client of choice. We have one-click installs for VS Code and Cursor, and an extension file for Claude Desktop that makes the installs very easy. Installation is documented in our GitHub README file. I already have Podman and a couple of clients installed. Let me show you some examples. I'll go to the Insights MCP README page. This covers all of the information that I've mentioned so far. Within the README, the integration section covers these clients. The first is VS Code. Using the one-click install, just click the Install Insights MCP button. That's going to prompt you to launch VS Code. Tap the Install button, and VS Code will then prompt you for the client and the secret, and the install is complete. I'll go back to the README and show you the Cursor setup as well. Just like VS Code, click the Add to Cursor button, and Cursor will open and prompt you for the client ID and the secret. If I open Podman, you'll see I have several containers running. The Insights MCP one for Cursor is the one that started in the last minute. I can return to Cursor and type in a new query. I'm planning to upgrade from RHEL 8.6 to 8.10. Identify all hosts on older versions. Check for any CVEs that would be resolved by the upgrade. This is going to investigate my inventory, use the vulnerability service to identify CVEs, check for any advisor recommendation, and return results. After just a few moments, you get a nice analysis of how you can move your systems from an older version of RHEL to a new version, as well as some action items that you can take. Now you know how to set up MCP to talk to Red Hat Lightspeed. It's just another way that you can get insights into your Red Hat environments. Thanks for watching.